Recording. And rolling up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the back of the pinky. And the thumb. Down to the wrist. Up to the knuckles and the claw. And we're going to take the ball into one of the hands and squeeze. And then the other. Back to the first. And second. Let's go around the back. Switch. 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 Hinge at the waist, go through the legs. Switch. 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 And put the ball on the floor. Assess the feet. Step on the ball in the middle of the foot, press down 3 times. Up to the knuckles, once on each. Roll across the knuckles. Roll across the top of the heel, pivoting on the toes. Rest now just below the ball of the foot. Rest at the side of the top of the heel. And in the middle of the fifth metatarsal. Roll down each of the bones. And scribble. Three, two, one, release, reassess, and repeat on your foot. 2, 3, up to the knuckles. Roll across the knuckles. Roll across the top of the heel. Rest in the 3 spots. Roll down the bone. And scribble. One, get the ball out of the way. Reassess how the feet feel. And let's do some good mornings. And shoot the tree. 3, 2, 1, center. Twist at the waist, swing the arms. And center with some motion wave move. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step out, gather in, starlight. And center. Repeat in the other direction. And center. Make some step forward. And elbow towards the opposite knee. Flap the opposite heel in the front. And slap it behind you. And a cross step with a twist and a punch. Then let's walk. Or march. Or jog. Monday is Zach Bush Day. With or without weights. Do the 4 neck push exercises, which do have a lot of squats. Wouldn't do them. Anything else? Fair game. Including what you're doing. As long as always, it's safe for you. I'm gonna sprint. Running 4 days. And we'll get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. And 20. And 30. 2 breaths. And interlace those fingers. Bring the hands up. Come up on your toes if you can. Come on back down. Bend back if you can. Back to center. Then to one side. And then to the other. Back to center, lower the hands to the chest and push out. Come on back down. Interlace the fingers behind the back and raise the hands up. Go a little higher. Come on down and shrug. And then roll the shoulders forward. And backwards. Then the arms and rotate. Go the other way. One palm down, one palm up, flip flop. Bring one arm across the body, press in at or above the elbow. And then the other arm. First arm behind the back, press down and in. And then the other. And then grab both elbows and rock side to side. Then one arm, fingers up, pull back. Fingers down. Flop the wrist, keep flopping. Rotate in one direction. Then the other. Other hand, fingers up, pulling back. And down. And flop. Rotate. Switch directions. Come on down, form an L. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and hold. And release. Squeeze. and release and squeeze. And release, rotate the neck. Go the other way. Nod. And go ear to shoulder. Bring one arm over the head, cup the ear. Chin is up, you're looking up as you tug gently. And then bring the chin down towards the collarbone and look down out of the corner of your eye towards the floor. And then repeat this on the other side. First, looking up. And then down. And come on up and let's grab a stick. I'm going to put it inside the arch of one foot. On the foot out to the side, bend the knee, slide down the stick, stretch the inner thigh. The same the other way. Come on up, put one foot out in front, put the leg behind it, slide down the stick, raise the sole, and wiggle it if you can. Come on down, press the sole of that foot against the stick. And then the other foot out in front. Slide down. Sole up, wiggle. And press the sole of the foot against the stick. And then bring the stick in front. We're going to do the booyah stick routine with some flip-flops to start. And then roll it out in front of the big circle. Reverse. Go laterally to one side. And then the other side. Bring the stick behind you in the crook of the elbows and twist it the waist. And then stop and lean back if you can. Otherwise, keep twisting. Come on back up, tuck in the chin, act like a pigeon. Bring the stick up to the shoulders. Twist the body, keep the head and hips facing forward. And then bring the stick up over the head, down below the waist. Back over the head and behind you if you can. And stop at the shoulders and push out. Bring the stick to one side and add her near the top and swing behind you. Other hand. And then bring the stick to the middle, hold on with two hands or one hand, or if you do two at the top, come up on your toes and back on your heels, rocking back and forth 17 times. Holding about a second. And then bring the stick to one side. Hold on. Come up on the toes of the other foot, opposite foot. If you can, lift the toes off the ground and move the foot around if you can. And then if you can bring the pole up, do that and move that around if you can. Only go as far as feels safe for you. Three, two, one, and come down on that foot. Toes of the other foot. Stick is on the ground again. Again, move that foot around. And stick around if you can. Ouch, don't hit your knee. Three, two, one, and down. All right, sit down. If you're using weights with the Zach Bush or bottles or anything, you grab them. If not, it's perfectly fine. 4 moves. The raise, the squat, the around the clock, either outside or inside, and the press. We're going to move the squat around in the sequence. We're going to start with it. We're going to do 10 on each exercise. Pick up speed as we go along. And let's start with the squats in 3, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to raise. And a breath. Around the clock. breath. And take some breaths. And pick up a little bit of speed. We're going to move the squat to number 2. We're going to be starting with raises in 3, 2, 1. And a breath. And some squats. And a breath. We're halfway there. Around the clock, I'm going through the middle. Breath. And 10. Very good. Couple of breaths. We'll get one more round a little bit faster yet. In a few seconds. I'm going to move the squats into number 3 position. Start with the raises in 3, 2, 1. And then around the clock after breath, I'm going to do 5 of each. And a breath. Squats. Last 3. And 10. Beautiful. Take some recovery breaths. This week's breath is going to be the 4-7-8. No standby. Great to slow everything down, engage the parasympathetic nervous system, get the blood pressure down. So it's a nice big deep inhale into the belly and chest to the count of 4. Filling up, holding for 7, and then releasing to the count of 8. We'll do 5 rounds. Ready? Here we go. And rub those hands together, cultivate chi. From the chi ball. And center, 2 breaths. Let's open our hearts. Pause. Exhale, send it out. And center, 2 breaths. And bring down chi from above. And gather from below. And on. Yes. Good to be back.
Thank you, Thom.
Hey, Mira, thank you. Have a good day.
What are you doing, Tom, after class?
Rolling,
Rolling?
rolling.
All right, I'm meeting my neighbor for a walk, but I got time for some rolling.
All right, rolling on the river.
I'm a stone. Got a rolling stone.
That too.
See you,
works.
Tom.
All right,
Thank-
man. Take
thanks.
care. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks.
All right. I'm gonna have a ball and a roller. Barbara, I'm moving to the
All right.
floor.
Okay.
All right. And we're gonna put the ball underneath the trapezius right to the side of the spine on the upper back there. And move it around. And try to find a really tender spot that you can lean into. And when you do, lean into it. Modulating the pressure so that it isn't too painful. Gonna feel a little pressure there. Breathe into it. And hopefully it dissipates. Three, two, one, and then we're gonna go to the rear deltoid, the back of the shoulder, up the shoulder there. And
On the other side, Tom?
no, same side, but this
Okay.
time, I'm sorry, I said shoulder, I meant arm. Back of the shoulder, yes. On the
Okay.
top of the arm there. And roll around there on top of the arm. And again, when you find a really tender spot, just lean into it and hold it. Three, two, one, and then go to the other trapezius, right by the spine, upper back. Again, roll around a little bit, trying to find the tightest spot you can and lean into it. 3, 2 more. And again, the rear deltoid, top of the arm, back of the shoulder, rolling around, finding that spot, putting some weight into it. Three, 2, and 1. All right, put the ball aside and put the roller horizontally in the middle of the rib cage on the back. And we're gonna roll. You can have your hands folded on your chest or behind your head, either way. Roll down from the middle of the back to the bottom of the rib cage. Don't go below the rib cage, you run into kidneys and stuff. But from the middle of the rib cage to the bottom of the rib cage and back and forth. One more, and then stop in the middle of the rib cage and go from the middle of the rib cage to just above the shoulders, below the neck, and back and forth. And then stop, bringing the roller to the hairline on the skull. And bring your ears towards the roller on either side, go back and forth, noting any restrictions or any pain. Keep those in mind, then stay to the right and do 4 circles in one direction with your head and 4 circles in the other direction. Then nod 8 times. Still got your head kind of leaning towards the right. Then bring it over towards the left and do 4 circles in both directions. And then nod 8 times. And then bring the head to the middle. And you're going to do 8 figure eights, and you're going to start following your nose or chin in one direction and then follow it 4 times in the other. 4 and 4. 8 total figure eights. And then when you're done, do 8 nods. And then reassess how you feel. Ear to the roller on either side, back and forth. See if you notice any more mobility, any less pain might have felt before. And that's that.
Perfect. Thank you, Tom.
You're very welcome.
That was good. I'm like, there's so many tight spots back there. It's not hard to find one.
I know, it's just choosing the right one.
It's
And
right.
you can't go wrong. which is good
No,
here.
it's a win-win.
Have a great walk.
You too. Thanks, Tom.
Okay, take care.
Bye.